Have you ever had those moments when you wake up in the morning and nothing feels right? When even before your feet touch the ground, you already feel heavy, drained, and lost? It is as if something invisible is pressing on your chest, stealing your energy before the day even begins. You look around and notice that life feels stuck, as though you are walking through thick mud, and no matter how much you push, you are not moving forward. The truth is, this is not just in your mind. It is the energy you are carrying, the vibration that surrounds you, and it determines how you experience every part of your life. Everything in this universe is made of energy. Every single thing vibrates at its own frequency. You're not an exception. Your thoughts, your emotions, your words, your actions, even the food you eat and the people you surround yourself with. All of these create vibrations that shape your reality. Think for a moment about a radio. When you tune it to a certain frequency, you pick up only the station that matches that frequency. Life works in the same way. When you vibrate at a low frequency, you attract heaviness, negativity, and problems. When you vibrate at a high frequency, you attract love, peace, joy, and opportunities. This is not fantasy, it is how the universe operates. You may have noticed how some people seem to attract endless drama and difficulties while others, even in tough situations, radiate light and keep moving forward. The difference is not luck, it is vibration. Let me tell you a story. There was once a woman who spent years chasing success. She worked hard, she stayed late at the office, she sacrificed her health, and she thought that one day it would all pay off. But deep inside, she was always anxious, always worried, always comparing herself to others. She was living in a constant state of fear and stress. And even though she achieved many things, she was never satisfied. She felt empty, disconnected, and restless. One day, she decided to attend a meditation class, just to try something new. During that class, she felt silence for the first time in years. She realized how noisy her mind had been and how much negativity she carried within herself. That day, she made a choice to change. Slowly, she began to let go of toxic habits, toxic people, and toxic thoughts. She started practicing gratitude, spending more time in nature, eating healthier, and speaking kindly to herself. Over time, something magical happened. Her vibration changed. She felt lighter, happier, and more at peace. Opportunities she had been chasing for years began to come naturally to her. Relationships improved, her health got better, and she started living with a sense of purpose. The only thing that changed was her vibration, and that changed everything. You may not realize it, but you too are constantly moving between low and high vibrations. Low vibrations feel like sadness, fear, anger, jealousy, stress, and hopelessness. High vibrations feel like love, joy, peace, gratitude, and inspiration. And the beautiful thing is, you are not stuck. You can always raise your vibration, no matter where you are right now. But first, you must understand what lowers your vibration. One of the biggest reasons people live in low vibration is the lack of purpose. When you do not know why you are here, when you wake up with no vision, life feels empty. You go through the motions, but inside you are disconnected. Imagine a traveler without a map. He walks endlessly, but never arrives anywhere. That is what life feels like without purpose. When you reconnect with what makes your heart come alive, when you discover the things that bring you meaning, your energy rises instantly. Another reason is the company you keep. Think about the people in your life. Do they inspire you, support you, and bring out the best in you? Or do they complain, criticize, gossip, and drain you? Energy is contagious. You cannot spend hours with negative people and expect to stay positive yourself. If you notice that you feel heavy, anxious, or tired after meeting someone, it is because their vibration has lowered yours. On the other hand, when you meet someone full of joy and love, you leave feeling uplifted. This is why protecting your circle is so important. Worry and overthinking are also killers of vibration. How many times have you stayed awake thinking about what might go wrong, replaying conversations, or imagining the worst-case scenarios? Worrying never solves problems. It only drains your energy and steals your peace. Overthinking creates a loop that traps you in low frequency. People with high vibrations are not people who never face challenges, but they are people who know how to let go of what they cannot control. They focus on solutions instead of problems. They trust life instead of fearing it. Another silent thief is negative self-talk. Many of us speak to ourselves in ways that we would never speak to another human being. We call ourselves failures, unworthy, stupid, or hopeless. Every time you speak these words, you program your mind with negativity and your vibration drops. Imagine a child learning to walk. If every time he fell, someone told him he was worthless, that child would never learn to walk. The same happens to you when you constantly criticize yourself. To raise your vibration, you must become your own greatest supporter, not your greatest enemy. Your diet also affects your vibration. Food is not just calories, it is energy. Fresh fruits, vegetables, clean water, and natural foods carry high vibrations. When you eat them, you feel lighter and more alive. Processed junk food, alcohol, and heavy artificial foods carry low vibrations. When you eat them, you feel sluggish, heavy, and tired. If you want to raise your vibration, you must pay attention to what you put inside your body. Your body is like a temple, and what you feed it becomes the energy you live with. Your environment also plays a big role. A cluttered, messy, and chaotic space creates a cluttered mind. Without realizing it, your surroundings influence how you feel. When your home or workspace is clean, organized, and peaceful, your mind feels calmer and your vibration rises. That is why many people feel better after cleaning their room. It is not just the physical act of cleaning, it is the energetic release of clutter. Then there are the behaviors that lower your vibration without you realizing. Gossip, jealousy, envy, and judgment are some of the most destructive. They may give you a moment of satisfaction, but deep inside, they make you feel worse. When you gossip, you spread negativity. When you envy, you tell yourself that you're lacking. When you judge, you create separation and negativity inside you. High vibrational people avoid these habits because they know how harmful they are, not just to others but to themselves. Social media and the internet can also lower your vibration. Think about how much time you spend scrolling, comparing your life to others, and consuming negative news or toxic content. Every picture, every video, every word carries energy. If you're not careful, you fill your mind with low vibrations every day without noticing. People who live at high frequencies are mindful of what they consume. They set boundaries, they unfollow negativity, and they use technology in a way that uplifts instead of drains. Now, the question is, how do you raise your vibration? The first step is awareness. When you become aware of what lowers you, you can make new choices. You can choose love instead of fear, forgiveness instead of anger, gratitude instead of complaint. You can choose to spend time with uplifting people, to eat nourishing food, to clean your space, and to speak kindly to yourself. Meditation and mindfulness are powerful tools to raise your vibration. When you sit in silence, focusing on your breath, you allow your mind to rest. In that stillness, your natural high vibration emerges. Even just a few minutes of daily meditation can shift your entire energy. Gratitude is another powerful practice. When you focus on what you already have instead of what you lack, your energy instantly rises. Gratitude turns what you have into enough. It opens the door for more blessings. Joy is also medicine. Doing what makes you happy, whether it is dancing, painting, singing, or simply walking in nature, fills your soul with light. When you follow your joy, your vibration rises naturally. Self-love and self-compassion are also essential. Life is full of ups and downs, but every time you treat yourself with kindness instead of harshness, you raise your frequency. You are human. You will make mistakes, but you do not need to punish yourself forever. Forgive, learn, and move forward. And above all, love. Love is the highest frequency in the universe. When you choose to love yourself, to love others, to love life, you align with the greatest vibration there is. Love heals, love uplifts, love transforms. Every act of kindness, every smile, every word of encouragement sends ripples of high vibration into the world. And those ripples always return to you. Remember, my friend, you are not powerless. You are energy. You are vibration. And you have the ability to choose every single day whether you vibrate low or high. Life will always have challenges, but how you respond to them, how you carry yourself, and how you treat yourself and others determines your frequency. When you choose higher vibrations, you create a life filled with peace, joy, love, and abundance. So the next time you feel heavy, anxious, or stuck, pause and ask yourself, what vibration am I choosing right now? And then choose again. Choose love. Choose gratitude. Choose joy. Choose kindness. And watch how your entire life transforms. Because when you raise your vibration, you not only change yourself, you light the way for others to rise with you. You listening right now are capable of this shift. You are capable of becoming a radiant source of light in a world that needs it. And every step you take toward higher vibration is a step toward your true self, the self that is infinite, powerful, and full of love. So rise, my friend. Rise and shine. The world is waiting for your light.